out-the-box entertainment.
So it's been an exciting ride so far. We've worked out a lot of interesting things. Bloodhound Workshops is going in a perfect direction. I'm Skaila Pyatt, and you tuned in to Clot, Open Surgery. So, the third Bloodhound Workshop. So far it's been going really well with Brett. I've enjoyed every time I got a chance to work with him, even see him and just develop this process, the character with him. He's brought so much to the table. He's really been a professional working with him, having him develop these languages for me. I'll totally give him all the credit for bringing the Bloodhound character to life. I think that's important when you work with an actor of any way. You let them be them. You don't over-direct them. 1 or 2 lines, and then you step back. You pull back and let them discover it on their own. That's just my method of dealing with people. Even when I teach martial arts, I over-explain, but it's important for them to find their own identity, even through a simple thing as throwing a punch. So with this, I kind of bring that same philosophy to my production. I don't want to spoon feed you. I don't want to over-direct you. I want you to find your own identity and own language, and that's exactly what Brett did. He, every step of the way, he came up with something. Well, you could do this, you could do that, and you totally get a chance to see this. And I'm really glad that I was able to bring you guys, the viewers, along with me on this journey of the Bloodhounds. It's been really rewarding in a lot of ways. Even on my own end, I discovered a lot about my teaching method, my directing method, my listening method, as well as how well I do give the direction. So it's been really a balance. Hopefully, this whole journey, whoever's out there trying to do something like this, hopefully it was able to enhance, or you was able to take something from it and just be able to utilize what I've done somehow. You know, through this whole experience, I really never realized how intricate it is developing the movement and the language of this. So when you look at Andy when he was doing Spiegel, and when he did King Kong, you didn't really realize how much it went into this behavior, and that he's doing Caesar in Planet of the Apes. So when it's a whole nother mindset coming out of this, your person coming out of your person and becoming something that really doesn't exist. So this is experience. Lastly, we got a chance to bring the Nerf gun out, and that was really cool because we got a chance to walk a circle. In Kung Fu, we do something called walking a circle, and it's all defensive and offensive movement. And in this, I was able to incorporate who I am a little more into the practice of, and the practice and development of the Bloodhound. So I really enjoyed that process. And also for you guys, you get a chance to see some of the element, how it will look, you know, with the back on and just playing. So without further restrictions, or just check this out, the Bloodhound Workshop. Let's go from birth again, and go into a defense. And then right from there, going to attack. Okay, when you do attack, can you put your hands deeper in?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, get the.
Right. Also on attack, let's try and keep the stances a little closer. So like right here, he was like this.
Yeah.
Which you're putting all your weight here, and you're off balance down there. So like solidify your stance, and always think in terms of that. So it'll always be flat-footed on both.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This way you're more booted. Right. Let's see this stalking. To the walking. The walking was, you was.
Oh yeah, it was covered up, yeah.
Right. Yeah, at one point you actually was using your head, like you went here and that caused you to go there. Don't think of it like that, where it's directional. Mm-hmm. Think of it more like you're right. Twitching, but you're still going forward. Mm-hmm. Right. Now, if you do decide to turn off, yeah. you can do that and then go in that direction, but your back is still yeah. twitching. Right. That way, it doesn't become so predictable in behavior. You might even go this way and then twitch that way. Right. Try not to do too much of the reveal of the claws, because I'm thinking in terms of like the claws being less related to a samurai and his sword. They only come out if they're going to cut somebody. Yeah. You know, they're not bringing it out to okay, I'm gonna slice some bread. So in terms of this, and then also you had said something in the last one where it was encasing the head.
Yeah, that's how we first found.
Right.
What found this is
I looking at what you had did, because the stances is the only active position is actually the attack.
Attack, yeah.
Right. The guard and defend is more of like, okay, well, like with guard, okay, go guard that tower over there. Now you send archers there and they watch the perimeter. So it's not, it's active, but it's passive. It allows me, storytelling wise, to build towards suspense and horror. Okay. Right. The reason why is because if someone goes boom, he hit me, or even shot, right, it's still not enough, right. Whereas with defense, you cross that line, boom. So there's levels. All of it is like levels to it. Kind of keep it in that passive.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll have the defend, the guard, the attack, the stalking. Right. And then we
like we did discover this last time.
Right.
You know, what came out of it was the defend, which was goal. Like this,
right.
this was, and then drops down
right.
to attack.
Now you also did something just before you went into that. You went like that, where all of this, where you close that up. I love that because once again, you see the lines that's being developed. Even here, the lines that's being developed. Now the thing is, I don't know how many people, how many other Bloodhound players can pull that off. Like with me, it's
closed off, yeah.
Yeah. You know, and I'm maybe it's because my man boobs, but I love that line. Right.
So, so we like this.
Mhm.
This is. Do we want it opened like the rest of the body, like Defend is, or do we want maybe? I don't want to completely close it off.
See, that was kind of cool.
Because I like using the body, the back,
Right.
and utilizing that as much as possible. This is nice because even though, like, as Defend, we have this here. This is a side view.
Right.
The back, and this is alert. This is nice, but like. Is that too closed off for you?
Yeah, because I need to see it on camera. See, the whole thing is, and I love that.
There we go. Get the back into it, right there.
Yeah, I love that. We could make that as for guard.
Yeah, I do. I really like it because I like the way the back's arching up.
Yes.
Because the back, it's protecting it's protecting it as well.
Okay.
It's sticking out, and it's also making it much bigger.
Right.
The tactic that I was talking about, it's like, how can we show this as, again, like when does it like show that it's much bigger than it really is, because that's an offensive and defensive
Right.
thing. So if it's on guard and it's protecting itself, then that hard shell, that back, if it's a bug, it's an insect or anything, that hard shell is going to be what's going to be protecting. Anything falls, anything
Right. I love that, and also because the whole thing is after whatever position it is in, it automatically translates into attack. Right. So right from here, right from the guard.
Or yeah.
Right. It could be that, or
I do like the out step because
Right.
the back step always feels somehow off. I don't know if it's just because we're not secure yet.
Right.
But I do like the out step of it.
Just the whole thing is, keep it in that chamber. In martial arts, these are called chambers.
Okay.
Right. So when you just keep it in that chamber position, because that's the arm ready position.
Yeah.
So even if you step out, we here, or if you step back, right arm. And from both, you see walking. It's going to take a minute.
Yeah. Takes a while. Used to.
I love that. That's creepy. Especially with the fingers, the claws moving. I go back. Let me see. Go back. Yeah, that's nice. Because with the claws moving,
Yeah.
it gives it a beat. It gives it a life.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I'm really starting to find with these.
Yep.
Like we talked about feelers.
Yes.
They're tasting the air. They're sending. They're picking up vibrations.
Yep. Yes.
And
Yes.
it wasn't so much because I was like, it's not the right hand because the way we do it, it's the left. It's the one over there though. It's
Right.
kind of reaching.
Right. I love that. Whatever, like if the action inside the script calls for it to be on this side, and we have it walking, that little is twitching more.
Yeah.
Right, I love that.
It's reaching for it, something
Yeah.
hungry, yeah.
Oh, something's over there. Right, and then, yeah, I love that. Because the whole thing is, I don't want it to always get, you got whatever's attacking you, or whatever you have to go after. You know, what the beauty of it is, okay, we gotta seek this thing out, like an alien. Right, we gotta seek this thing out. So now it's like, okay, well, hold on, there's something over here. I know where you're at. Right.
It doesn't have the sense here. That can't think necessarily for itself.
Right.
But then that's where other things are coming into
That's where
play.
other things come into play. Right. So that's good, because the whole thing now, and this is great that we're doing this, because now that tells me that deals with either vibrations, because that's why it's making that noise. It like almost like a sonar or a radar. Right, I love that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. I love that, man.
I like it too. It was a fun discovery.
Yeah, I like that.
Went from
That's
here
funny.
because we were like, you did, you liked it. You're like, because we were like here for stalking, and I was like, what if they're kind of out, and then you're like, what? You really like the dropping down,
Right, I
but
love the dropping.
this is. It frees them up. It just doesn't hang there. No,
Right.
it's like they're still alive.
He's still alive. He's still active.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. It looks really good too. It looks really good too, man. And the whole thing about giving it that voice in the fingers. You know, it becomes like the snake when it's slithering through. It's still tasting the air. Right. That's great. That's great.
Yeah. Something that anyone else could, because I can do this. I can do this just fine. We can hold this for a few minutes. Maybe somebody can't, but we have this option.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and we can even ask this to the sky. We can arch that back even more.
Right. No, I love that because the whole thing's I have.
And it's statuesque like that we
That's
talked
right.
about before.
That's right. You know, the whole thing is because one, I like the fact that it is playing with the back because I want to show the back too. But also, I'm not always going to have someone that athletic or that flexible.
Yeah.
Right. But just about anyone can pull it out of.
Yeah.
Right. Just hold it.
Yeah. Just exactly. He's like, this is great because this is kind of getting both of what.
Yep. It's like halfway through it. Right.
And that's on guard.
That's guard.
And then
Right. Good. Good. Yep, that's great. That's great. That's good. That looks real good. That looks real good. So one of the things too is, and I'm glad you did it. Anytime before the attack, like let's say if they don't attack the subject right straight to them, like pow, then they do set up like that. But it's always a quick, right into that, right. So it's always like hard, right, hard, boom, right. Even that's good too.
And that just goes back to what we talked about, them running.
Right.
That aerodynamic.
Right.
Kind of feel. It's like here they are,
Mm-hmm.
and then at any moment they can get that burst.
Right, right. Right. And attack. Right. Right. The whole thing is now it's just the transitions into
Yeah.
you know, once that becomes smoother.
Smooth and exact positions, like, that's what I'm trying to, like.
Because it has to be organic.
Yeah,
Right, it shouldn't have, you shouldn't have, the viewer shouldn't be going, okay, he's trying to figure it out. Right, it should just be a boom, or,
bro.
right. Mhm.
Yeah, that's the one about the thing about defend that gets me, it's like, how to get that just smooth and.
Right, well, you know what, it can, go from here, right? Because this one is out first, and then because the design of the claws, this can go up first. Right.
Those. Hey, yeah. So here.
Stop. Right, and then,
You mean like a hand at a time, or?
yeah, well, it could be at the same time. I prefer at the same time.
Yeah.
But if not, then it could be whatever is. Here, let's go into the middle.
Yeah.
So you can see what I'm doing. So it'll be right over left, right? And then here, right? And then when it comes up, this hand slides up. This hand now slides up. Whatever's on the outside goes up first.
Yeah. Good.
So you have your knowledge inside of stage combat stuff. But this year you're literally getting like shot.
Yeah.
Right. Now the thing is that when a person literally gets, when a real person gets shot, it doesn't react, they don't react to fly across the room like in movies.
Yeah.
They actually get shot and they drop straight down. But because of movies, we know that doing that doesn't translate well, especially with this type of creature. Because the reason why it's all black is because that's supposed to just be evil essence, right? So the whole thing is, it will either, the bullet will just go straight through, pow, and splatter on the wall. The evil essence or the blood that it is is black, just falling on the ground. But the reactions, just put your hand down. Like if you shot in the shoulder, I still want to see that. Right. And I don't need to be forceful. Come on.
Yeah.
Just relax. See that? Right. It's gonna be big action. Right. So same thing like with the hip. Right. It'll be big action. So inside of, the reason for that is one, because it's black.
And it's, yeah.
Right. If I'm shooting a lot of low light stuff, I need you to react bigger. Right. So like this, look in the mirror. So this will be like a normal boom. That's not good enough. That would be the reaction. Right. So even if you're walking, right, but now it's still coming. Right. Too stiff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
That time I was trying to hold it back.
Because the whole thing is, you want to kind of think of it like a top. If someone hits me here, I want to come straight out and react with this one. And same thing with this. If someone hits me here, I want to come straight out with this and follow up with that. Right. So the whole thing is just that reaction. Right. Don't worry about me.
I know.
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. It's just reflex. But the whole thing is, you still want to just get that. Just drop, relax your shoulders. The way you can tell your shoulders was relaxed is what your arm does when you stop in that action. So, see how my arm still swings?
Yeah.
Right. So if I was doing drunkard, I would come up and I would follow up. Or if I was doing 7 boxing, I would come up for a strike. Right, so the whole thing is, I don't want to keep it, Kung Fu will do this all day for reaction to get flow. And that's what we're looking for. I want to get the creature, the reason why is I play with my cats, I have 2 of them as you've seen. I play with them all day, especially the kitten. So me and him is active. So the whole thing is, or I'll study them fighting. And everything they do is so fluent. It's almost like a dance. It's all so graceful. Even when they're attacking each other, one will attack and the other one will roll. Right. So that's what I'm trying to go with. The organic fluidity that every creature has. Right. It's not like with Alien. Alien was somewhat robotic in a sense when it would attack, but it was still attacking you somewhat animalistically. But we didn't really see what it was doing when it was getting shot. We just seen it attack. And I'm going to call out shoulders.
Okay.
Right. And we're going to just, in fact, we'll just walk in a circle. Right. So we walk it. Right. And right shoulder. Right. Keep the action going. Right. Left shoulder. Right. It's a little too much. Right. You know what I would, for that, I would go, if you shot in your hip, right, because you pull up that bullet in your hip and lift that leg up.
Okay.
Right.
And this is just throwing back the upper body.
Right. If anything, if you're gonna throw back on the upper body, then take a step back or stumble back. Right? Actually, the stumble would be the chest. Stumble back would be the chest because the force is pushing you back, especially because it's hitting the back piece. Right. Left shoulder. Good. Right shoulder. Good. That was nice. Right hip. Good. Good. Left hip. Good. 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 I think we cut that. Right.
It felt, especially the more we got moving, that's when it felt loose and fluid. Like, I mean, even I was getting pumped up because I'm like, I'm getting hit, but I'm like, I'm staring you down even more still, yeah.
Right, and that's exactly what we want. Like, I've been doing a lot of research, but like, I've seen like bears get hit with tranquilizers, and they'll keep going, or
you can unload on it.
Yeah, or a tiger or a lion, you'll hit them with a tranquilizer, they'll stumble, but then they'll get back and they'll still keep doing what they're doing.
Even deer, yeah.
Even deer, exactly.
You shoot a deer, that I have, yeah. I've shot a deer before. It takes one step, not knowing. It can't take another because I shot it in its leg. Right. It'll drop. But it's still that instinctive shit.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. And the whole thing, that's what we want. We wanted to, in this case, especially because it's a demon, I want to put it through its paces in terms of, this shit, you can't put this thing down. There's just only one of them. But then like later on, when we get towards the episodes, and there's 10 of them, then it's like, how are they going to do that? And now there's a tank running loose. Yeah. Right. So just in terms of that, I really want to emphasize that the body hits has to be big.